Morning, Monday 7th of April. How's that for a spot for the night? Oh yes. That's a pub just up there. Lead Viaduct. Whernside. Road to Hawes, which is where I'm going in a minute. Benigent. The Van. Ingleborough. Gorgeous. Slept like a baby. Nice here in Ingleton. I was going to Hawes, but I went in completely the wrong direction. Anyway, I've been to Hawes, never been here, so I'll have a mooch. We'll find some coffee first, and maybe some meat that way. Dead centre of town. Been in the co-op, got hummus and bread, very continental. I'll sit, have my scran, get a coffee when the cafe opens, and go and have a look at the waterfalls. I've just been told by a nice elderly couple that the scenery here along this trail is absolutely beautiful. But here's the kicker. Oh, walkers, please pay the ticket office. Adult ticket, £11. They're robbing bastards. Back to the van. I'm going. Feel sick. G&T's Cafe and Kitchen, Ingleton. 10 out of 10. Dent. Bugger. I think I might be going to Hawes after all. I'll have to recompute. That's good, isn't it? If I ever have to downsize from a Ford Transit, I'll get a cement mixer on the back of a trailer. It looks like it'd be quite cosy in there, actually. Anyway, this is terribly illegal. We'll stop. This is Hawes, just coming into the back of the village on the Pennham Way. This is the Pennham Way here. And it goes into Hawes and northwards. Now this is the river, I don't know, I'll have to look it up. It's quite tempting though, because it looks like it'd be quite deep at this point. It seems to shelve quite steep. But you know, it's a bit nippy. I'm not that keen. Maybe if it was like red hot day. There's a path by the river and the valley bottom's really quiet. That's the villages over there. You know, every bugger's up on the hills, aren't they? Charging up the hills like lunatics. And the valley bottoms are just so peaceful. Oh, sudden shiver. Somebody walked across my grave. Oh, and all this water's making me need a wee. I'm going that way. It's so beautiful and I'm so pleased with myself. When I get back to the village in about 20 minutes, I'm going to have to go for a pint. Just the one. And maybe a bit of driving whiskey to steady my nerves for the next leg of the journey. Because I've come off the itinerary, haven't I? It's supposed to be about the Carlisle Railway. So I think I'll go in to Hawes, refresh, and then get back on track. But this is just beautiful. Dent. Come and stay at England's highest mainline station. See, guest accommodation. I'm assuming it's that, the old station building. Dent Station is the highest mainline station in England and stands at 1,150 feet above sea level. The station is situated 4 miles from the village of Dent. Handy. Dent is positioned almost halfway between Leeds and Carlisle. The station was... okay. Super. Garsdale. Carlisle that way. Settle that way. So the next station that way is Dent, where we've just been. I think there's a tunnel through the hills. Well, I would expect so. I've just been up and down a really roller coaster to get from one to the other, so I think there's a tunnel. What a beautiful, beautiful place. I could live on this station. I wonder if they'd have me. Oh, fighter jets. Bloody hell. That was scary. Listen. The Russians are coming. Oh, an actual train. It's going Settle way. I'm going that way. To Kirby Stephen. Look at this sign. That's the road I've just come along from Dent to here. Well, U5509 Garsdale to Lee Yeat. Altitude 1,750 feet. Winter conditions can be dangerous. You don't say. Wild up here, man, wild. That way now. 4 miles from Kirby Stephen. Just parked up for a couple of minutes. Admire the views. And this. Pendragon Castle. 12th century Norman keep. Look at that. I think, isn't Pendragon King Arthur's surname? Nah, it's made up, innit? Bloody nonsense. Maybe I'm being cynical. It's a beautiful spot. Very commanding position. Raised up like this on a great big lump. Looking right down the valley. Don't know what this valley's called. I'll find out. But Mr. Pendragon, he would have been like King Dick of Turd Mountain, sat in there. Good luck to him. Fantastic. And that river, don't know what that river's called, I'll find out. Kirby Stephen. That way to Settle and Leeds beyond. That way to Carlisle. And that way to the town of Kirby Stephen, which is about 2 miles away. Seems like they don't put railway stations in the towns that they're named after in these parts. So, country folk, what would I know? Nice. So, Kirby Stephen, tick. Now, I've got no memory of it, but I actually have been here one time before. At least to the station. Because in 1994, I had a walking week. I had a week off work when I worked on the railway. And funnily enough, or not, well, not funny at all really. I'm not some kind of railway geek, by the way, you know. That's another matter. I had a week off work and I decided to walk the second half of the coast to coast walk. The coast to coast starts in St Bees on the Cumbrian coast. I decided to start at Kirby Stephen here and walk the second half over to Robin Hood's Bay on the North Yorkshire coast. So, although I don't remember it, I definitely got the train here to Kirby Stephen. So I must have been on the Settle to Carlisle for a bit, either coming north from Leeds and Settle or coming down from Carlisle. I can't remember. Boring. But I think the reason I don't remember the town is because I didn't go into the town because, as I've already said, the station's 2 miles away from the town. So I think I headed over into the hills, which I can see here, because I remember a little place called Nine Standard Rig, which is like a stone circle on top of a hill, and I can see it with my eyes as we speak, or as I speak. I'm not going to show you, whoever you are, because you won't be able to see it because camera's shit. So I set off from Kirby Stephen to the second half of the coast to coast in 1994. I didn't make it to the coast because on the penultimate day, I was bobbing along, nice and happy, and I went past the pub that was just opening its doors at lunchtime. So I thought I'll have a spot of lunch. Went in, didn't have a spot of lunch, but I had 4 pints. Came out, it was just slightly wobbly, and fell down a rabbit hole and twisted my ankle really badly. So I couldn't walk. So I stayed in a pub that night in a place called Glaisdale, and I spent the evening with some other walkers I'd met, you know, each day going along. And I remember that in this pub in Glaisdale, this is a funny story. It was a proper old-fashioned pub. It was beautiful, really nice pub. And I was sat there with these group of people from, I think, Middlesbrough or Darlington or something like that. They were bobbies, I think. A couple of police officers. Anyway, we had a nice time, had a good laugh and a few pints. And the pub dog shit on the floor. Shit on the floor. And when you've had a few pints, something like that, if you got puerile childish sense of humour, is the funniest thing in the history of mankind. And I nearly busted a rib laughing at that one. So yeah, so I don't remember Kirby Stephen, but I do remember a dog shitting in a pub. And the next day, I had to hobble to the station, a place called Glaisdale. Have I said that? Anyway, and get the train back home to wherever I was living at the time. Stockport, I think. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't finish the coast to coast walk, so yet more unfinished business in the life of Dave. But for now, I'm going to pay a visit to Kirby Stephen Town because it looked quite nice, and I can do if I want to, and don't try and stop me. See you in a bit. See, I'm not losing my mind. Dufton, 8:15, village that way, going to the pub.